Hi everyone, my name is Miss Kathy and I'd like to welcome you to our special Christmas episode of SST, or Seabreeze Story Time. It's a midweek program for kids and their families to help your hearts and minds stay focused on Jesus throughout the week. I know this Christmas may be kind of different for a lot of us with all the changes we've gone through this year, but despite all the changes, I know some things never change. We all like to give and get presents. We like to decorate our trees, our houses. We like to eat special foods, sometimes a lot of special foods. But in the midst of all this hustle and bustle of the holidays, it's easy to forget about what Christmas is really all about. I thought it would be fun to retell the nativity story from the Bible to help remind us what Christmas is really all about. I've asked the Hoover family to help act out the story while I narrate it. Let's watch now. 2,000 years ago, in the land of Israel, there lived a young woman named Mary. She was engaged to a man named Joseph. One day, the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary. The angel told Mary that God had chosen her to be the mother of his son. At first, Mary was afraid and confused, but the angel said,
"Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God."
The angel then told Mary that God would cause all of this to happen in a miraculous way. Mary said,
"I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled."
Later, when Mary was close to having her baby, she and Joseph had to travel from Nazareth to Bethlehem to be counted in a census. When they arrived in Bethlehem, they looked for a place to stay, but were told,
"Sorry, but there's no room in the inn."
The town was full of others who had also come for the census. So they stayed in a stable, and Mary had her baby boy there. They named him
Jesus, the name the angel had given him.
That night, some shepherds were out in the field watching over their sheep. Suddenly, an angel appeared to them and said,
"Do not be afraid, I bring you good news."
The angel told them that a Savior had been born in Bethlehem. They would find the Messiah in a manger, wrapped in swaddling clothes. The shepherds hurried to the stable where they worshiped Jesus. The shepherds left, filled with joy, and told everyone what they had heard and seen. Thank you, Hoover family, for helping tell that part of the nativity story. Now, as a lot of you know, there's a second part to the story that we celebrate at Christmas as well. Bible scholars think this happened about 2 years later, when Jesus was a toddler. I've asked the Johnstone family to help tell that part of the story. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem, a bright star began to shine in the sky. Wise men from a country in the east noticed the star and figured out that it meant that a king had been born. So they packed up gifts and set out to find this new king. After many, many months, they arrived in Jerusalem and met with King Herod. The wise men said,
"Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose."
Herod found out from his advisors where the child had been born, and he told the wise men to go to Bethlehem. Then Herod said,
"Go and search for him, and when you find him, report to me, that I may go and worship him too."
He said he wanted to worship the new king, but really he wanted to get rid of Jesus. The wise men arrived in Bethlehem and found Jesus in a house with his mother Mary. They worshiped him and presented their gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. God then warned the wise men in a dream not to return to Herod, so they went back to their own country by another route. Thank you, Johnstone family, for helping tell that part of the nativity story. Well, we've had a lot of fun telling the story of Jesus' birth and the people that knew him as a baby and a toddler. So this Christmas, when you're busy with your family doing all the fun things you'll be doing, remember the reason we celebrate Christmas is the birth of Jesus, God's Son. the greatest gift of all. Well, that's it for this episode of SST. You can go to our website, seabreezechurch.com, and download a fun activity you can do with your family. There's a coloring page there too if you'd like to do that as well. Also on our family resources page, you can see past SST episodes. We did a series on handling our emotions, as well as a special Thanksgiving episode. Well, I'd like to wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas. Until next time, bye-bye.